Hey everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing okay. So today we're just going to be doing some more of Phantasy Star II. Just to preface things, just to get started, I did post just now on Twitter about it, but I'm not feeling 100% at the minute, so I don't know how long the stream will be today. But we'll see how we go with it. Doing well, getting everything else installed on the Linux setup. Everything's working. Hope you're okay, feel better soon. I blame the workman. Well, we got the shower fixed, then we used it once and it was still leaking. So we're not really any further forward. But yeah, I think because again, I work in a hospital, so I pick up bugs all the time. So I am constantly ill. Yeah, it is leaking less than it was, but it is still leaking. At least you'll have a strong immune system. I mean, I'm guessing so. I mean, when COVID was, you know, around, I didn't get it for about 3 years. But when I did get it, I got it bad. They're still on Namek. So it's time to remember how our party is doing. Hi, Jokey. And hi, Swamp Witch as well. So yeah, if I seem a bit out of it today, that's why. I'm just not feeling 100%, but I wanted to at least stream for a little bit. You got it once since your girlfriend works at a GP, so she got it. I mean, I may have had it beforehand, I don't know. Yeah, it took me a couple of years to get it. Unless I just didn't realise I had it, but I don't think this is COVID. I think it's just, I suffer with like a long-term thing. It's just that kicks off now and again, so it's just that, I think. Annoying thing is I've been fine all day until about 20 minutes before the stream. One of the town themes permanently stuck in your head. Yeah, this theme has been living rent-free in my head for quite a while now. So I think we are all more or less sorted. I know we were in a situation where we basically got a load of new characters recently and we're having to level them up, so we may have to grind a bit more. I mean, Kane is at 10 now, and she is at 11. I think what I'll do is I'll go back to Paseo quickly because I want to see what level my other characters are. So just as we get going, I should probably just say as well, the YouTube channel has just recently hit 2,000 subs, so thank you everyone for that as well. Much appreciated. Plague stream. We're all sick and nasty today. I think pretty much half the people at the place I work at are ill at the minute as well, so next goal 2,000 viewers on Twitch. That might take a little bit longer. Can you imagine the chat? I don't know how streamers with like that kind of audience deal with it. I guess you just get to a point where you just pick and choose the odd comment from chat to respond to because there's just no way you could keep track of it. when most people think of Classic Phantasy Star II is normally the one people think of first. Yeah, I'd imagine so, yeah. I'd guess probably either 2 or 4. So how's everyone else doing? So Amy's at 9. We do need to level Hugh as well. Oh, thanks, Richard. So, we might need to level Hugh a bit. I know I've read the guide and the next part I'm doing sounds like absolute nightmare fuel. It's a very, very complicated dungeon with really hard monsters. So I think it's just Amy and Hugh that I need to level. So maybe what we do is we swap out Kane and Shea for now, level Amy and Hugh a little bit. Stop reading guides and you'll never know what's coming then. The problem is though, if I don't read a guide, I one, won't have a clue where I'm going, and 2, we'll get lost in every single dungeon even more. Yeah, Richard, I think that tends to be the case, doesn't it? You don't know how GDQ manages it even with non-subscriber chat turned off. Yeah, some bigger channels it's kind of crazy. Getting lost in dungeons leads to more battles, leading to more experience, meaning less intentional grinding. Yeah, but the issue is that apparently the dungeon is quite hard, so I can't take low-level characters there. So we need to, let me guess right, I think we need to take Kane and Shea and take the gear off them and then swap them around. It's a bit of a fad on doing this, but it's the only way you can do it, I think. You're more for one of your streamer friends, and that's more or less how it goes. Eventually you get to a point where everything is either filtered or restricted to membership only. Yes, there isn't a whole lot that he's got. She does have a few things, so... So I think we'll probably start off. I know we normally do a little bit and then we grind at the end of the stream, but I think we're in a position where we need to probably do a little bit of grinding first before we can go to the next dungeon. I was a little worried about this stream, honestly, because I was thinking I'm gonna have to start this and then grind immediately. Okay, so now we can switch around. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jokey. Also, thanks for the Prime sub, Proper Flopper. Much appreciated. I have no idea why the alert was so delayed. But yeah, thanks very much for that. Just switch category to just talking on Twitch. No worries, thanks for the content. Ah, no worries, dude. Okay, so we'll bring Hugh. And we'll bring Amy as well, because I know she's meant to be a healer. We could probably do with a better healer. She needs a few levels anywhere, so it makes sense. It's an accurate representation of RPG gameplay. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, so what gear can these actually use? So I think Amy can use ceramic cape, so that might work. Can anyone use this titanium gear? Yes, it looks like Hugh can actually. Yeah, and then I can give the knives to basically anyone. At least with the two women I mod for, there isn't as much chance to worry, because like if you cast in the ruins, there is a 0% chance to hit. What Phantasy Star game do you enjoy playing the most at the moment? For me, it's always PSO for the most part. Mainly PSO GameCube, but at the moment, it's mainly Blue Burst, just because that's the version it's much easier to get a party in. GameCube is kind of dead online, where with Blue Burst you've still got quite a few servers that are active, so the Finia in particular is still really active. So probably PSO for the most part. But I have been really enjoying going through these classic games as well. I mean, to be honest, I like most Phantasy Stars that I've played, so... yeah, let's give that a Hugh for now. That'll do it for him for now. But yeah, probably, like I said, probably PSO, but to be honest, I mean, particularly on the streams, I tend to just cycle around them anywhere. I think if I was going to choose a game for me to just play for the sake of playing, I would definitely go for PSO first. Of course, as an NGS official creator, I should say NGS as well, but it's PSO. Right, yeah, that'll do for now. So I think we probably just go to one of the later places and just grind for a little bit to get a couple of levels on these guys. Played a ton of PSU on Xbox, then played PSO 2 when I got the Western release, liked that as well, but never liked NGS. Play PSU Clementine at the minute, but I've recently downloaded PSO after watching your videos. Oh, cool. I imagine it's quite interesting going to PSO if you start with PSU. Did you not play PSO back in the day then? Is this the first time you tried it? Just a shame Clementine is so dead. PSU should deserve a little more love. I think it's just it was generally a less, a less liked game at the time. I mean, there is still like a dedicated player base on it, but it is for sure a lot smaller than PSO. You started with PSU in like 2009, okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you think of PSO then, going back to it. So how's our money looking as well? Yeah, we've got a decent amount. We'll pick up a few mates while we're here as well. Actually get tri-mates here. I'd imagine it's weird going back to PSO because there's probably some similarities you can see between PSU and PSO, but it will also feel like, it'll probably feel archaic compared to PSU. As much as I love PSO, it probably does feel quite archaic. Haven't played much yet, started a raycast and ran level 6 I believe. Oh, cool. If you get tired of the big stompy noises with raycast, there is ways you can get around that. You can change the sound files or mod it to change the noise. Because that tends to be the main criticism of raycast. Some people really like the stompy noises though. Interesting how different each of the PSO and PSU games feel, and each has their own strengths. For sure, I think they were very much experimenting with each of the games at the time. Some things worked, some didn't. But I never feel like any of the Phantasy Star games feel really similar. There's like core things that tie them together for sure, but the actual gameplay tends to differ quite a bit. Gonna change the raycast stompy noises to Mega Man suction cup steps. Okay, so let's attempt to fight here. Well, that went well, let's reload that. So basically I need a turn so I can put Hugh on to defend. But no, they just immediately ambushed Hugh and just one-shot him straight away. He is level 1 to be fair. Thank you for giving me a turn. Okay, Hugh actually was defending, which is kind of terrifying. I think that should be fine. You loaded up a cleanup mission but made the mistake of making it a normal game and got destroyed. Watch a video and you said that you recommended making it a solo game. Helped a lot the second time round. Particularly at low level, if you are playing on your own, I would definitely make it a one-person mode game. It just makes the enemies a lot easier. It is a little bit less experience, but it works out better in the long run. Yeah, so I generally don't know how much progress there will be, if any, in this stream, because I need to grind at least a little bit to get Hugh to probably about level 10 or so. And as I say, I don't know how long the stream will be today as well, depends how I feel. So, if you're expecting really rapid progress for the story, this is probably not the stream. You're waiting for the last boss. I mean, you can wait, but it might be a while. You talk about weapons having X amount of hit in PSO. What does that mean? So, have you seen on your weapons, I don't know how much you will have looked into it, but on your weapons, basically you have usually 4 different attributes. So you'll have native, altered beast, machine, and dark, and that is extra damage against those types of enemies. There is a 5th attribute that you can get on some weapons, but it won't show up unless the weapon actually has it, which is hit. If you get hit on a weapon, it just gives you extra accuracy with that weapon. So you probably won't see many of them until, I would say, probably very hard onwards it starts to get a bit more common, but ultimate mainly. In lower difficulties you probably won't see much with hit at all. But yeah, it's just like an extra attribute that gives you more accuracy basically. Also, just on that as well, quick tip, because I think a lot of people don't know this when they start PSO. If you get a weapon that's unidentified that you have to take to the techer, look at the percentages before you take it to the techer, because you can always make it 10% higher at the techer. So don't settle for the same percentages that it's got unidentified. You can get it 10% higher. I wouldn't want you to find anything that's actually worth something and then take it wrong, so... This brings back memories. I mean, I would hope so if you called Nate. Yeah, this is my first time going through Phantasy Star II, so I'm sort of learning my way as I go. Unfortunately, you've joined at probably not a very interesting time because this is just grinding. I need to level Hugh up basically, and Amy as well. So, just trying to get them leveled a bit before I go to the next dungeon. But yeah, good to see you now. And thank you for carrying my team as well. Yeah, I think I'm okay here. As long as I have 2 party members that are decent strength, I can basically use the other 2 slots to level people, so this kind of works. I mean, Hugh is basically leveling every fight. Played all 4 Genesis games on release, PSO on Dreamcast and 2.0 on Xbox. This is my life for a long time. Yeah, I go into it a bit differently, so I started with PSO GameCube and then followed the games through for the most part. And it was only very, very recent I've really gone back and checked out the original games. I say that, I did try them very, very briefly years ago and got obliterated right at the start of the game and then just dropped them. But we've run through the Sega Ages version of Phantasy Star I, so we finished that a few weeks back now. So now we're going through Phantasy Star II. Plan is to do 3 and 4 as well, so... Did you figure out how to save at the data center? That'll be important eventually. So on this version, I've mentioned this before, but basically what I'm doing is I'm using the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive Classics version, but I'm running it with a mod that emulates the Sega Genesis Mini version, which gives me the increased movement speed and things like that. The downside of the mod though is it doesn't let you save properly in game, so the only way I can save this at the minute is with the quick save and quick load, which is why I'm doing that so often. The saving function in the game doesn't work, and the Visi phone that I got recently, that doesn't work either. So the only way I've got for saving it is for the quick load and quick save. So yeah, just be aware that if you do use this mod, that is the only way you can save. I would not recommend running it on the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive Classics either. probably just run it through an emulator. Because I basically did an entire stream. I did like a 3-hour stream and then saved it in game. And it said it saved, and then went to check it before the next stream, and there was no data. So I had to redo everything again. Which was fun. Maybe try saving at a data center, then quick saving. It's not that important now, but it will be eventually. It affects Ryuka. So does that influence the town that you teleport to with Ryuka? Okay. Yeah, because I know in the original Phantasy Star it was a similar kind of thing, but with the churches, I think it was. So if you went to a church, you would teleport to whatever the last church you went to was. Yeah, so let's do that now, actually. You can actually see the you might be able to because the camera, but all the file names basically for the saving in game are all like really corrupted. It kind of looks like Missing No from Pokemon. You see, that says it's saved there, but I know that if I close the game and reopen it, it won't have saved there. So now I'll quick save. Yeah, it's kind of a shame with this game, well, this game 2, 3, and 4, honestly. It's kind of a shame that there's no real easy way of playing it now. So if you did want to get back into the game now, it's really difficult because obviously the Mega Drive and Genesis collection doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't really give many options, really. Please don't do that when I've got 2 really low levels in my party. Good news is Hugh's leveling really fast at least. Yeah, definitely have a lot of fun with Phantasy Star II so far. It does feel like a much more old school experience than 1 though, just because obviously with 1 I played the Sega Ages version, so I had loads of quality of life. And it's a bit of a shock really moving on to this and seeing like how rough it actually was. Yeah, no, I'm generally streaming this usually every Wednesday. I basically do Wednesday stream where the last quite a few of them have been doing Classic Phantasy Star, and then on Sundays I normally stream different games. So on Sundays I normally do things like PSO, PSU, PSO2, things like that. I do play other games as well, so once a month Hunt the Wilds releases I will be playing that as well. But primarily Phantasy Star though, for the most part. Right, what level is Hugh at now? 6, so it needs a bit more work. It's actually a really good method for farming money this as well, which we're probably going to need to gear all these characters up. I think that is one criticism I do of the game. It gives you a lot of characters within a very short space of time, which is cool for sort of being able to customise your team, but a nightmare because then you need to grind them all and gear them all up. Yeah, I think the plan is we'll maybe go for about level 10 on Hugh. And then we'll maybe try moving on. Hi, Bunk. Yeah, from what I understand, I think the next part I've got to do is I have to look for some kind of leaf, I think, to help you breathe underwater. And I looked at the map for the dungeon for it, and it scared me. Used to pass gear around the different characters for like 4 of them. The best weapons are knives. I have noticed that the guide I'm using does seem to recommend laser knives to basically everyone. I think it does say laser sword for Rolf. I've been using laser knives on him. It seems to be pretty good with them. Yeah, I think the only thing I really don't like about 2 so far is the dungeons. I think they are really frustrating. Man, having said that, I suppose the dungeons in Phantasy Star 1 would have been the same as well if I didn't have the Sega Ages version, so maybe not a fair comparison. Hi, Pika. I think 2 knives of the same tier do more damage, but the sword gives defense. Plus, I don't think you get access to the same tier at the same time. Oh, okay. He went through so much graph paper back in the day. How is the grind? Progressing. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. I just need to level Hugh a bit more, really. dungeons in 1 were so much worse. Yeah, it's hard for me to say because obviously with me playing the Sega Ages version, that at least had like an on-screen map. And it only mapped as you went around the dungeon, but at least you could reference it and get an idea where you were. Having said that though, I think without that, trying to navigate something like Biomalley in the first game would have been a nightmare. Hey chat, hey SectionSkyly, hope everyone's doing okay. Yeah, not too bad outside, hope you're doing alright. Yeah, this next part that I've looked up, it just looks terrible. it looks like an awful dungeon. Oh, another level for Hugh. Okay, level 8. So we are getting there. One thing I do need to do for this game at some point is I probably need to like print out a reference for all the different techniques because I never remember what any of the techniques do. I know the ones that are in PSO or in PSO2, I know what they probably are, but there's loads more in this that I have no idea what they do. Fight would be nice. Never played the classic Phantasy Star games. Is grind a cop out of it or you're trying for a specific goal? So for context, this is my first time in Phantasy Star II, first time going through it. But from what I've seen so far, it does feel like you have to grind quite a bit in this game. It didn't seem as bad in the first game. For grinding, in that game I felt like I could more or less just progress through the game, and I seemed to be about the right level as I was going through it. But in this game it does feel like grinding is a lot more of a thing. Yeah, my main goal at the minute is just to get Hugh to level 10, and then once I've done that I might be able to try the next dungeon, possibly. Even then, we might have to come back and do more grinding. No AXP bonus weeks. More of an AXP grind than specific loot then. It feels that way so far. There is some loot you can kind of grind for. There's a character that can steal items from shops, and there's a couple of bits of gear you can get from that. But yeah, I haven't really felt like I've had to grind for gear as such. Maybe grinding money to buy gear, but to be honest, where I am now, I'm earning money quite fast anyway, so... The main issue is whenever you get a new character in this game, they start at level 1, regardless of how far through the game you are. So you get them and they're kind of useless and you have to grind them up. And with how this game works, I basically unlocked about 4 new characters within, I want to say within about an hour or 2. So then they all join your party and they're all level 1. And to make things worse, you can't remove Rolf or Nate from your party, so you can only effectively level 2 of them at the same time. Although having said that, we are only able to do this because of Rolf and Nair, so... Hi, good luck, have fun. Oh, thanks very much. Good to see it. Okay, thank you for not one-shotting Hugh. That is much appreciated. I feel like we're getting close-ish, so hopefully we can move on soon. I say sorry that the stream's a bit low energy today. Like I said, I was feeling absolutely fine until about 20 minutes before the stream. It started to feel a bit rough, so I still wanted to stream for a little bit though. I feel like these guys go first quite often. Not that it matters because they're one of the easier enemies here, but... props to you for having the drive to still stream. I say, I don't know how long it'll be for. We'll see, basically. First part of the battle music sounds a whole lot like VR Temple music from PSR. Yep. There's a reason for that. Yeah, so if you didn't know, Xside, a lot of the music from Temple and Spaceship and PSO is basically taken from Phantasy Star 1 and 2 and then rearranged. Maybe some of the later games as well, possibly, but definitely from 1 and 2. Never played Classic Phantasy Star 2, just chilling. It's my first time going through it as well. Yeah, exactly, yeah, they're basically like reinterpretations of the classic themes. You'll notice it a lot as well if you... the easiest one to recognise is probably the later dungeon theme. I think it's called the tower theme from the original Phantasy Star. You'll recognise that as the spaceship theme from PSO straight away. Hi, Draken. You join us in the middle of a grind again. Okay, so what level is he at now? Level 9, so maybe one more level and then we can maybe try. I'm just trying to level everyone a bit, Draken, so I have leveled Shia to 10, I've leveled Kane to 10, so I just wanted to level Amy and Hugh a little bit as well, just so I've got everyone leveled to about the same level, roughly. Well, I'll say that, apart from Nair, who is like double everyone's level. I just figured it might be a good idea, just so I can, you know, vary my party up a bit if I need to. Nair doesn't share premium boost with the party. It was really funny at the start though, because we put Hugh in our party at level 1. Got into the first fight, got ambushed, and he immediately got one shot. So we had to reload it straight away. OG trick to grind the early game experience. Some games let you do it. I just think it probably puts us in a better situation, I imagine. So we've got the ability to change our party around if we need to. Because what I've noticed is that some of the characters seem to specialise in very specific things. So Hugh, I believe, is a biologist. I think I want to say he's the one that's good against bio monsters. You think these enemies are bio monsters? I was saying this earlier, Drac, so I know a lot of the techniques, obviously the ones that were used in PSO or PSO2, but ones like the checks against bio monsters, I have no idea what any of them do. I probably need to like get a reference sheet, honestly, just so I can remind myself what they actually do. Hi, Vector. I think they're insta-kills, single target or multi. Yeah, we're going to try it in the next fight then. Alright, so let's see what he actually has. So he has, this is what I mean, Rimit, Doran, Gen, Sagen. Like, this just means nothing to me. Man, having said that, I suppose if it was your first time playing PSO, you probably wouldn't have a clue what Zonde, Barter and stuff like that is. So I guess I just use one and see what it does. Let's try using Rimit. They paralyze or confuse enemy, Rimit and Doran, okay. So is it Gen and I'm assuming Gen and Sagen? That the bio monster ones? And I would assume that one of them maybe hits one target and maybe one is multiple, potentially. Let's try using this one then. I did 19. Is Rimit just a badly translated limit? It could be. Yeah, there is the whole R and L thing in Japanese, so... The spell names all feel obscure as heck. Yeah, that's one thing I'm really struggling with at the minute. Again, because I play PSO so much, I can kind of get my head around, you know, the fire, ice, and lightning techniques, but beyond that... I suppose even like the wind, dark, and light, I guess, wouldn't be too bad. But when you get to the bio monster ones and the, you know, the skills that Kane has, I'm lost. I mean, 15 to 20 damage isn't bad. I mean, even if you rolled low and got 15, that's still okay damage. So I'm going to assume that Hugh is almost 10. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Drac, the next part I've got to do is, it's the part where I've got to find this leaf that lets you breathe underwater. and I looked at the map on Phantasy Star Cave, and it scared me when I looked at it. So he's doing about 14 with physical attacks, so it's a little bit more than his physical attacks. Yep, and it's only going to get harder. Brilliant. It's one reason I was leveling for this, because it does say on the guide that apparently the area is full of really hard monsters as well, so really looking forward to that. Hugh does get insta-kill later on, okay. And some solid elemental attacks too. Just watch your PSO 25, PSU and PSO2 ingest videos. 10 out of 10 on the 2025 videos so far. Oh, thanks, Carney. Yeah, I think I've kind of figured out now what kind of videos people generally want to watch. So I seem to be having a little bit more success lately. Of course, I still stubbornly put out things like the PSO side stories videos, knowing that barely anyone will watch those. Ken seems to have less elemental text looking at it right now. I'm right in thinking that Ken is the one used against machines, isn't he? Did you have much experience with the handheld titles like Zero and PSP 1 and 2? So there is a video on my channel actually, which was my first time playing Phantasy Star Zero, and I have played it quite a bit more since. I really like Zero now. I was a bit mixed on it on the original video, but having played it a bit more now, I do really like it. PSP 1 and 2 I've played quite a lot of as well, particularly PSP 2 Infinity. Side story episodes are great. Oh, thanks, Platinum. Alright, we need to go back to the hospital because Nae's very, very low health. I'm convinced every single town in this game, they just put more and more stuff in it to make it more awkward to get around. Relieved you managed to get your Zero save on the new Linux install, so you don't have to start again. We'll likely have a new friend code though, so if we do play multiplayer again. Yeah, I mean, just drop it on the Discord. Probably a good reminder to say we do have a Discord, so feel free to join that. Should be in the video description. But yeah, just drop your friend code in the Discord, kill Nyath, and I'll pick it up and I'll add it on. We have to hunt in super hard in PS0. Yeah, so I think for multiplayer it was just level 60, wasn't it, that I need to get to? Like single player, I don't see me doing super hard single player for a while at least, just because just having the want to do tower, just how long it takes. I don't know if I can bring myself to drag myself through a tower. Through Naked Friday is a thing on the Zero Discord. But you're the tower expert, you love towers. I love PSO tower. I just think tower in Zero, it's a cool idea, but it just takes so long. Someone that kindly gifted me a Talus last night in BB. Favourite weapon was Wild. Oh, cool. Yeah, generally I'm assuming it's on Finia. Generally, most people on Affinia that I've met are really, really friendly and will generally give out a lot of stuff to new players. While you were playing with Mil Mato? Yeah, Mil Mato, they're NGS creator as well. I know they have been posted in a lot of Phantasy Star II stuff on the NGS creator Discord. I beat Tower on normal and hard, but couldn't push to do super hard. I think I did about 10 or 20 floors on normal and then gave up. Yeah, I've said it quite a few times, Nox, but I would generally recommend Affinia as the server to start on if you're going to play PSO. No shade against the other servers, but yeah, I just feel like Affinia is probably the most populated one, and it just feels like the easiest one to get started with. Will Acosta make you think of the Grass Assassins? I'm pretty certain that Grass Assassins were basically a copy and paste of them. Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. I suppose you could use save states. That would make Tower a bit easier. We need PS02 on Switch. We just need something Phantasy Star. That would be nice. Someone got a Grass Assassin arm dropping a party with you last night. Oh, nice. It's a pretty cool looking weapon, that the twin swords at MX. No one's Sega, it'll be PSO2 NGS Cloud Switch 2 edition. Please no. So he was still level 9, huh? He must be close. Yeah, I just like to see anything for Phantasy Star, you know, whether it's a classic game or something to do with PSO. I just want something to do something with the franchise. I do feel like the most likely is just a PSO theme scratching NGS, but here's hoping for more than that. Yeah, I'm not sure what the cloud version was like for PSO2, honestly. I think the cloud version was only in Japan, wasn't it? So I never tried it. Q did gain a level. Okay, now, next question is, what party should we use for this bit? The guide does say to get Shear to steal 2 fire staves before continuing. But I know last time I streamed this, someone said in chat that you only have limited attempts to steal or something. And I really don't want the stream to be me just reloading save stats. Oh, Jockey, I was meaning PSO2 Cloud. To get an inflatable Rappy from a contest on PSO World. Oh, nice one. Right, let's load up on some heals. What do you think of the PSO reboot that's in the works at the minute? Which one do you mean? Because there's been a few people recently that have been working on so-called reboots. I know there is the one that's been shown a little bit on YouTube. That I don't really know what I think of. I need to see more of it. But there's been a few people recently that have been saying they're going to remake PSO. The latest one is apparently there was I think, is it a streamer called Gothalion? I think he's called. Is apparently going to make a studio to make a spiritual successor to it. Wish him all the best, but I don't know. I'm not brimming with confidence, let's say. He obviously can't make PSO because, you know, it's a Sega product. So he's obviously wanting to make something that's similar to it. But yeah, there's been a few proper that have been cropping up saying they're going to remake PSO recently. Don't get me wrong, I'm interested to see what they do. And if they get a playable version, I'm more than happy to try it out and see what it's like, but I just don't have a huge amount of confidence. You're reading that Sega want to make one. That, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it was a leak, well, a so-called leak by someone who has a very, very checkered past with game leaks. So I wouldn't read too much into it. It would be nice to see if it's done well. But yeah, I wouldn't read too much into it because the person who posted it has a very sort of sketchy history with their leaks. If it's the one I'm thinking of, anyway. Hydra is working. It is. It's actually working. It's because LJP's not here, that's why.
One more.
Fine. You can't wait for the sequel to 1 in 125,000 drop rates. Me neither. Ideal world would be Sega collabing with Team Affinia to create an actual good official server. That'd be really good, providing it was supported long term. Because the issue is, if they did do, you know, a new server for it or anything like that, you know that an official server is going to last for a couple of years, and then they're going to get rid of it. I mean, yeah, they have collab with people who've done, like, quote-unquote fan games. I mean, was it Sonic Mania? It was essentially done by a team of fans, and Sega just got on board with it. You'd love to have a new Phantasy Star that's more akin to PS or PSU. You were just so upset with NGS. NGS is just a very different game. I think the sort of PSO2 and NGS in general are very, very different games, but NGS is, again, very different from PSO2. Christian Whitehead made fan games and they used that engine and he made Mania. I mean, I've played a little bit of Mania and it seems really cool. It feels like a Sonic game. Right, so how many mates have we got? Probably enough is the answer. The music really does slap in Sonic Mania. I'm trying to remember which stage it is. It's something like... Oh, what is it? It's like an entertainment theme stage. I'm pretty sure it ends in Polis, but I can't remember the name of the stage. But the music for that stage slaps. Never played NGS, just like to pretend you never played it. Gotta go, hope everyone has a great rest of their evenings. Oh, no worries. Thanks for the sub again, Proper as well. Much appreciated. You'd pay for a subscription to every Phantasy Star game. I mean, to be fair, I probably would. I do wonder if that's the plan with the classic games. We know that Sega are doing, looking at the Sega ID thing that they're rolling out. I do wonder if their plan is to put some games behind that. You've got every Phantasy Star game, you don't need a subscription. Studiopolis, that's it, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Those guys have a lot of health. Yeah, that's it, Matt, yeah. It's definitely Studiopolis then. Yeah, I love the music for that stage. I think it's a little bit different at the minute, Jokey. I know at the moment a lot of people are trying to upgrade the gear because there's a load of new gear that's just been added for upgrades. So a lot of people are running the... I think Lucille at the minute has just been upgraded to drop some new gear. And there's like the new Dark Files as well that a lot of people are running. There's like trigger quests for that you can run as well. When NGS dropped, I finished all the content in under 2 days. I believe that when NGS first released. Yes, it was a very rough launch. I think this drops V101. Nothing drops V101 if I experience anything go by. Okay, so this is the nightmare that we have to deal with. So I just know where to get to it. I'm just thinking if I should change my party around though. The problem is I have no idea what the enemies are going to be in here. I don't know if they're bio monsters. I forgot the item doesn't exist. It only exists in other people's inventories. Everything is a bio monster, okay. What I should do... I've got loads of money. I should quickly go back and just upgrade. Everything is a bio monster until they're not. I did 21. That's pretty nice damage, actually. Phantasy Star II inspired Genova. Yeah, that is one of the issues, Jokey, is that you basically upgrade gear and then some new gear lands. The good thing is, though, the gear that's sort of the best gear to use at the moment is all upgrades of each other, so you basically get one of the weapon series and then use items to upgrade to the next one, and then items to upgrade to the next one. So once you've got the base one, you can just upgrade it. And there's not a huge difference in stats between them all, so even if you don't have the final one, you're probably fine. Finally started recapping episode 6. Thank God you unlocked the true ending. That's the only downside within just for me with the story at the moment, is because I haven't really played the story on global for PSO2 Classic, I don't get the extra scenes. Which sucks because I played pretty much the entire thing on a Japanese server. When Nate stands in front of that wolf, it looks like a tall boy. The wolf inspired Red 13. Okay, so what armor does Hugh use? Because he needs some. Ceramic chest, apparently. There's a titanium chest there. I might just buy that for the time being. Yeah, but there's a couple of extra scenes in NGS's story that only, well, I say scenes, it's very, very small flashbacks, more or less, that you get if you've played PSO2 Classic story. Yeah, the scenes are like 1.5 seconds, yeah. Just keep hearing PSO music over and over. Yeah, PSO2 story is decent, but it is very, very long. Extremely long. It was worse back on the Japanese server as well, because you couldn't do like the chronicle thing to summarize it. It took forever to get through it all. Yeah, so Rolf's fine. Can we upgrade Niz? But no, she's still stuck at Fiber Vest at the minute. Hugh we could give boots. And Amy... maybe boots for her as well. There is a lot of filler in it as well, yeah, for sure. Although to be fair, NGS has a lot of filler as well. Has there ever been any plans from Sega to remake the classic Phantasy Star games or bring them to modern platforms? The only recent remake is the Sega Ages version of Phantasy Star 1, which is on the Switch. To play 2, 3, and 4 now is very, very difficult. You basically needed to either have the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive collection, which you can't get now because it's been discontinued. Like Kilnath said, there was a PS2 version of Phantasy Star 1 and 2 as well that was kind of a remake from what I understand. But yeah, they are quite difficult to play at the minute. Yeah, it is very difficult to do that, yeah. I'm not going to condone that, but yeah, I'll just say there are not many ways of legally being able to play them. Right, what do you have for armor? Silver crown, we needed that, didn't we? Yes. I mean, there is long boots there. I have no idea if they're different to boots, apart from being long. In fact, I think it warns you, doesn't it, if you try buying something for the wrong character, so let's try that. Oh, full of items as well. Yes, like I said, progress may be limited today. We should probably upgrade these scalpels as well, actually, come to think of it. Progress is progress. Yeah, he kicks you out of the store found a full inventory. At 85% of the way through Final Fantasy VI, and you're slowed to a crawl trying to get all the party members and grind a bit. I think it seems to be like that in a lot of JRPGs, doesn't it? Where you get to a certain point and then just need to grind for it just to be able to progress. How much have you stolen so far? Not a whole lot, honestly. I think I got either 1 or 2 laser knives out of it. I haven't managed to get any of the fire staffs yet, though, unfortunately. Speaking of Worlds or Wilds, geez, character edit vouchers. Yeah, I was hoping they wouldn't do that with Wilds, but they did the same thing with Rise, though, to be fair. I don't agree with it. I think that charging to edit your character is a bit lame, but let's try these again. No, apparently long boots are not allowed to be equipped. Let's try Zema. I wanted to rate it my world character, but didn't have a voucher on release, but later got 2 somehow. I think there was some point during World where they gave out some free vouchers, I think. I can't remember when it was now. It may have been when Iceborne launched. Could be wrong on that though, but they definitely gave some free ones out. Because I've got a couple as well. Yeah, I suppose you basically just use the beta test to make the character you want. I mean, thankfully that I'm happy with how my character looks, so I should be fine. But it's just, I just don't think you should be charging for changing character appearance. And the fact it's the palico as well. The palico, to change the look of your palico is a different voucher as well, which also costs. In regards to things like the paid cosmetics, I'm not too concerned about that as long as there are still cosmetics you can get through quests. Okay, we have found boots. Yeah, I'm fine if, you know, if most of the good stuff is from quests and events, then I'm totally fine with that. I think during Worlds and Rise, I think I bought a couple of things, but yeah, not a huge amount. Okay, so he's fine now. So she just needs some weapons now. Yeah, some of the hairstyles were really, really cheap, to be fair. That's it, Nemu. Yeah, it's just about the principle of charging people for changing the look of the characters. Okay, I think, was it laser knife? It is fire staff or 2 laser knives for Amy, so since I don't have a fire staff, I guess I'm going 2 laser knives. Yeah, that said, I'm still really looking forward to Wilds. I was hoping they wouldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Drac, I mean, I think there was literally mods for World and Rise that made it so you could just get free character vouchers anywhere. You could probably also use a save editor, yeah. But yeah, people found ways around it almost immediately. Yeah, I mean, that's the issue. Obviously, if you do use mods, there is the risk you can get banned, but for me, I think I'm happy with how my character looked in the beta test anyway, so I probably won't need to use a character voucher, but yeah, for some reason, I think someone found a way where basically you could just give you character vouchers. So they didn't really think that through that well. I'm going to assume that they've probably tried to patch that for Wilds. Okay, you have a couple of spaces. We will actually try and go somewhere in a minute. I promise. got installed mods for Monster Hunter Rise and World. I think the only mod I used to use on World was there was one that would basically highlight the monster part drops if like a material dropped on the ground, which they kind of added that in Iceborne anyway, but in base game World it was really helpful. Imagine Sega banning PSO2 mod, it's like half the community would be banned. PSO2 has mods. Oh yes. Yes, there are a lot. Basically follow pretty much any NGS Twitter account and you'll probably see the mods. It is everywhere. I love the idea of just going to the shop and selling this guy a scalpel that's just been in my inventory for ages. But yeah, just ignore all the bloodstains and everything on it, it's fine. Mods, but it doesn't have actual mods. There probably is some. Yeah, I mean, there are those ones, Drac. I mean, there are ones that literally just change some of the outfits in the game as well to completely different outfits. Some of them are actually quite cool, because some of them actually let you do things with outfits that you can't do normally, and just generally make the outfits look better. But yeah, there is a lot of the other mods as well. No, I didn't want to walk outside. Okay, so apparently I go to Query. Doesn't have bloodstains, it's stainless steel. Ah, maybe that's why. So Amy's got a decent amount of attacks, which is good. There's a mod for the handler given her long white hair. She's so cute. That might be the first time I've ever heard anyone call the handler from World cute. Alma from Wilds is cute. She is. I mean, I think most people are very, very thirsty for Gemma. Well, they are extremely thirsty for Gemma. There's no doubt about it. They are. Okay, so let's go into this hellscape. Well, first of all, that music is from Trick Track. We do have music. So we've got another part of Trick Track. This is what you heard and recognised in NGS. Okay. Okay, so the guide for this part is kind of terrifying. So basically it just says, this place is huge, monsters are tough. There is no easy way to beat this level. Thanks, guide. So from the entrance, go up. So go right, go up the stairs. I guess this is where we find out if we are ready for this place. Okay, we're going up the stairs. And left and then up 2 stairways. Okay, that tracks. At least there's no more parallax pipes, just parallax clouds. The clouds at least aren't as bad. They're not as offensive as the pipes were. Left and then down some stairs. Yeah, these hit reasonably hard. Yeah, the blockhead. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if the clouds are moving and you moving around, move them as well. Let's try it. They look bio-monstery to me. That's a good enough reason for me. Please stop hitting me. I did 41 damage. Okay, so they're pretty easy to kill, but they do a lot of damage. Blockhead and Gumby. It did nearly give me 2,000 Mazetta. But we need to heal already. So I think this is going to be a very slow process, this dungeon. More paper towel roll monsters. Yeah, I kind of can't unsee that now. I was going to say, Drac, does D-Band make quite a lot of difference in this? Don't know the value is, but it's at least for every party member. Okay. Also, just cast on your whole party. Yeah, I might try that next battle then. Of course, now you know what I'm going to ask. Which one is D-Band? D-Band is D-Band. Okay, so Amy does not have D-Band then. Unless it only appears in battle, maybe? Let's check. Oh, she does, yeah. I always forget that only certain texts show outside of battle. Buffs are almost always worth it, okay. At least we've got Giresta as well, so that's a pretty decent heal. Can't use it too often, but... I mean, in general, I have no idea about this game. D-Ban increases defense against enemy techniques for all party members in combat. So it only increases defense against techniques? Or is enemy techniques just a way of saying enemy attacks? Sashu defense increases the defensive power of all party members, okay. but she apparently does not have Sashu. So hopefully she learns that soon. So right now in Amy, you have single target, D-band at Shu, and then all defense against techniques. Okay. Okay, so I need to go down the stairs. Left and then up some more stairs. Left and then downstairs. See, I know that those dragon things use fire, so I'm going to assume that maybe counts as a tech, possibly. So I'll use D-band anywhere. I'm just kind of experimenting at the minute, really, just to see what works and what doesn't. Sasha comes at level 15, along with Narez, which is an even stronger rester. Single target full heal, okay. Yeah, I'm guessing that was maybe a technique hit. It's kind of hard to tell, really, but I would think that a fire breath would count as a technique, maybe. Okay, we're okay for now. I'm going to literally quick save it after every single fight, though, because these are quite tough fights. Okay, downstairs and then right. And then up some more stairs, apparently. We have Catman, apparently. I feel like I've walked into a convention that I really shouldn't have. Let's just try attacking these actually and just see what they're like. But Near's doing so much damage now. They hit hard. A Discord meeting, maybe. Cats 2019. Oh, thank you for reminding me of that. Life imitating art. Couldn't have said it better myself, really. Unfortunately now, because of the fight, I've lost track of where I am. So this was the stairway after the left. After going left. So downstairs, then it's actually left. Oh, I really hate this. I hate that the fights are like disrupting where I am. The problem is with this dungeon as well, there's loads of different fake routes to mess with you as well. Right, unfortunately, I need to backtrack a bit. So if I can get to the part where there's 2 stairways. I wonder if that doesn't count as a bio monster. Either that or there's a chance of critting in this game because Sagan did 41 to one of the monsters before. Okay, well, Amy learned something. Looks like she learned Nasak. Back with food, nice one. So I'm just trying to remember where I am because every time I get a fight, I'm forgetting where I am. Okay, so this is the 2 stairs, but here. So I go up 2 stairways. And left and down some stairs. Did they really do that, Drac? Because that seems like a terrible idea. So left and down some stairs. Glow stick. Try it. I mean, I guess I could and then just reload. I was assuming we survived this encounter because these have really high defense. Yeah, we're reloading. So we don't want to run into those. Okay, so downstairs and left. Then upstairs and left again. Then downstairs and right. Did I cast D-Band? I guess D-Band would be good against those tree things, wouldn't it? So I guess if they show up again, I can try using deband and see if it helps. I do wish that when you go to use a diamond or something, it would show your character health. That would be really handy. So Rolf definitely needs to heal. Probably just Rolf at the minute, actually. Yeah, Catman is quite cursed. Okay, so downstairs and then right from here and then upstairs. There is no upstairs from here. So I'm now very confused because that doesn't seem to lead the right way. Okay, well, we can use this as a test to see how good deband is. I mean, I think that trees would be weak to fire, but the fact they're using fire on me as well. I don't know, I'll try that, why not? We've got deband up at least. Sure, just for science, let's just use fire and see what it does. Just to see if it does any damage at all. It missed. Thanks, Foy. I did 14, so they do take damage from fire, but it's not a huge amount. Could just be because Foy is quite a weak one as well. Deband does seem to be reducing the damage on the elemental attacks, though. Let's try Zan. Why not? Or not. Okay, so I am very, very confused because I have followed this path twice now. Unless I'm reading it wrong, it is taking me to the wrong place. I mean, it does say there is no easy way to beat this level, so you know. So we've got some wolf upgrades. Very, very strong wolves. They also have a lot of health. They get wrecked by here though. Yeah, Rolf is almost dead again. Just when I felt like our party was starting to get strong, the game is just like, no. Regarding fire, the game only has 2 elements, physical attacks and range, the penetrate defense. It will get more complex in Phantasy Star IV. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for that. So regarding things like fire, thunder and everything, are they essentially just different damage of techniques? They're not actually elemental, so to speak. Eventually going to try and get a smart link in PSOBB. Try out with the Chalice. Maybe one day find a V101. Good luck with V101. Guess we need to heal Rolf again. So yeah, I must be missing something with this. At least you have the in-game plan ready. I just realised how fast I'm going through Amy's TP as well, actually, which is probably not good. I mean, we can beat the enemies okay, but we are taking a beating every single time. So I can't use Ryuka here, I guess because it's outside. How good is the progression? Not great today. Yeah, we spent a while grinding up and then we got to this dungeon and it's a nightmare to navigate. So we can use Hinas to get out of there, that's good. Just out of curiosity, if I use Ryuka from here and go back to town, will it leave the jet scooter here or will it reset where the jet scooter is? Because otherwise I'm going to have problems getting back here. I would assume it resets. I do think we are going to struggle to get through this dungeon though, and have any TP left at the end of it. Was that trick track or am I hallucinating? Recollection is that the jet scooter is wherever you need it to be. I guess we can save it first, and then... It probably was Trick Track. Trick Track is everywhere in this game. Yeah, it's fine, Nox. I can, I've save stated anyway, so I can just reload the save state if it doesn't work. Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure if we are ready for this dungeon though. Because although we can beat the fights relatively okay, we are taking a ton of damage every fight. So whether we're having to spam dimates or heals after pretty much every single fight. With how big the dungeon is, I don't know if we can maintain that. Bring in Rudo or Anna. Who do you think I should sub out? Because obviously Amy's been really handy for the heals. Hopefully you're able to clear this game before Wild absorbs everything. I think the plan is even once Wild releases, I will still play this on most of Wednesdays. Because I don't want to leave it for too long. Because I will just forget where I am. Yeah, I am wondering if Rudo or Anna is the player. Because as useful as Hugh's been for taking care of some of the bio monsters, he can't take many hits. And Amy's really fragile as well. But Amy's really handy for the big heals. So I'm wondering if we maybe drop Hugh for Rudo or Anna. I remember these guys. I know these guys did a ton of damage last time, so I don't know if we'll beat these. They are incredibly horrifying, these things. They took a ton of damage from you there, though. Honestly, just do Sagan again. That's fine. That's revenge for wiping my party last time we played this. Right, let's switch around. Yeah, they are pretty nightmare-inducing. John Carpenter's PSO. It still kind of annoys me in this game as well that you can only really change your party around in Paseo. If you save with Visiphone, you should reoccur to your house. Ah. I know the actual save won't work, but... No, it didn't seem to, actually. I mean, it's fine, because I can just teleport there anywhere. It doesn't cost much anywhere, so... Okay, so let's bring... Oh, you still need to actually cast it, okay. So, when you use Visiphone, does it essentially kind of count you as using your house? So then, when you really get to it, it teleports you there? That's good to know for future, though. Okay, let's bring Anna. I kind of feel like we have to bring Amy for the D-band and for the big heals. Okay, I think I can upgrade part of Anna's gear as well, actually. Yeah, I can get her a ceramic cape. I can probably upgrade the slashes as well, actually, to laser slashes. Do have a bit of money, so... I have no idea which town the laser slashes are in. I'm gonna guess either Zimmer or Query. Got a bit of money, then live a little, treat your team to some new gear. I mean, they've mostly got some of the best gear they can get. There's a couple of bits I can upgrade. It's either Zimmer or Query. We'll try Zimmer first. At least here the two shops are really close to each other. Okay, you sell neither of what I want. I feel like I'm just getting rinsed by the teleport girl at the minute. Okay, this old titanium cape. That's one option if I want to save a bit of money. We also need some new laser slashes for her as well. Okay, so that's going to be, yeah, a bit over 12,000. I suppose we can get a bit of money back by selling the other slashes though, which does help. I'm paying more money to this girl. Okay, so that is 12,400, so we need to sell some stuff. Is there anything else I can sell? She's got boots now, hasn't she? Yes, I can sell shoes. And the fiber gear. I think we are going to be a bit short of the cape. Might be worth just doing a couple of fights outside just to get the money to get that cape. Just so we've got the best gear going into this dungeon. Actually, it's probably worth just fighting outside of here, actually. So I'm not teleporting even more. Thankfully, this grind shouldn't be long. I like that it just looks like Anna's pointing at the enemies. Thanks for the stream gameplay. I hope to catch another stream soon. Yeah, no worries, Nox. I normally stream on Wednesdays and Sundays, so Sunday we'll probably be playing. It's one of the Phantasy Star games. I can't remember what I've got scheduled at the minute. It might be PSO 2. I scheduled it weeks ago, so I can never remember what's actually on it, but I'm sure. I have a feeling it's PSO 2 on Sunday. She's given him a stern telling off. PSO 2 more Gamba, probably. Yeah. Try to keep that in mind. Wednesday. Yeah, so pretty much every Wednesday I normally stream. It does vary a bit, but for the last couple of months it's been the classic Phantasy Stars. Once they're done, then it'll vary up a bit more. I'm thinking at some point over the next couple of weeks I may take 1 week off from Phantasy Star 2 and do something else and then come back to it. Just so we're doing something a little bit different, but I don't want to take more than a week off it though, because I will just forget everything. I mean, I forget everything anyway. Oh great, these guys again. So what I'm learning is that Anna does an absolute ton of damage. And she also seems to hit multiple targets as well, I guess because she's using a slicer. I'm just hoping that 43 damage she's doing is not split between them. Look, well, they're giving like 1500 Mazetta per fight, which is nice. Yeah, I think with Phantasy Star II, it does feel like I'm just going to have streams now and again where it's just going to be a lot of grinding and not much actual progress. I guess I've progressed gear and things like that, but yeah, it feels like I really haven't done anything. Grinding is progress. Plus it's chilling with chat. Yeah, I guess so. It's probably not helped by the fact that I don't feel 100% as well, so... I feel like I'm having to concentrate super hard. Okay, how are we doing for money? You can see it's anytime. I can. I mean, to be honest, it's 9 o'clock now. I think I can go another 45 minutes and do the normal stream length. It'll just be a bit lower energy than usual. Alright, we'll do a couple more fights just so we've got a bit of spare money for heals and things like that. It's 9 already. I feel like I've done nothing today. Let's just pop a heal on actually. Yeah, I think the PSO2 stream on Sunday, again, will probably mainly be classic. I haven't really played it much since the last stream, honestly. I think the problem is because I bounce between so many different games with doing the channel, it's hard to really make good progress in any of them. You don't like these fungal crabs? Neither do I. The fact that Anna can hit for 40 damage on everything twice because she's dual wielding seems absurd. Unless that 40 damage is split between the 3 targets, which is a possibility, but... How is Nate on half health again already? I think her damage is split because she was doing 40 damage when there was 3 of them, then it dropped to about 28 when there was 2, and then 14 when there was 1 left target. So I wonder if it is split between them. Which is still good doing like 15 damage per target. Yeah, she's doing about 15, 16 now. So I think it is split. I suppose if she's doing 15 damage to everything twice, that's still really good. We can try and make some good progress in Classic then, go through each of the fields and get them unlocked. Yeah, I can't remember what we got up to last time. I know we got quite far in the last stream in terms of unlocking areas. If memory serves, I think I'm about level 50 something. Somewhere around there. Okay, let's go and get Anna this cape. Remember, he's getting Tarok-Tan, maybe Seabird next. Yeah, it could be. Okay, Anna has pretty good stats now, so I'm quite happy with her now. I guess while we're here, we can just sell the old armor. Okay, so I think they're about ready now, so... I'm gonna go to this dungeon one more time. And see if I can figure these instructions out, because they just don't seem to make sense. Yeah, I think it's been a couple of weeks since we did PSO 2, so I thought it was maybe about time to do it again. I'm trying to give all the games another stream, really, before Wilds releases. Still don't really know what the plan is for when Wilds releases, because obviously I don't want all streams to be Monster Hunter. Because I appreciate a lot of people watch for the Phantasy Star stuff. So I'll probably try and balance it. I forgot these guys existed. Okay, we are back. Wilds, Phantasy Star II, Wilds, Front Mission, Wilds, Phantasy Star II, Wilds, PSO, Wilds, Phantasy Star II, Wilds, PSO 2, Wilds. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was something like that. Maybe with less Wilds, though, to be fair, because as much as I want to play it, I want to progress it off stream as well. So, and to be fair, I still do want to play PSO, so. Okay, so let's follow this guide's directions again. And it inevitably got the wrong place. Yeah, I still haven't played Classic Monster Hunter either. I know I need to sort it. I will at some point. So it says, from the entrance, go right and up the stairs. So we go right, we go up the stairs. We've got more blockheads. They are annoyingly fast as well, which doesn't help. I have a suspicion they just have really, really low defense because they seem to take loads of damage as well. This is what I mean, that like after every fight I'm having to heal. Just wanted to say I ended up finding Heaven Striker this Monday after you recommended hunting it during Experience Boost Week. Yeah, I mean, that is how it normally works. The reality is obviously you use Rare Drop Week, but it does seem to be a thing where we seem to find everything outside of Rare Drop Week. Yeah, congrats on the Heaven Striker though. That is really funny though, that you found it during Experience Week. Basically, whatever week PSO tells you is it's lying. It's like, I know Mister's been getting loads of rare enemies as well, and it's not rare enemy week, so... Okay, so we've gone upstairs. So then it says left and up 2 stairways. So I go left. We go up 1 stairway. We get trees. It was on the first day as well. I've got to say, Anna does seem very useful so far. Yeah, I think the damage that it shows for Anna is based on how many enemies it hits. So it said go up the second staircase. Okay, Nate probably wants to use 1 rester on herself. Okay, so that is up the second staircase. Then it says left, downstairs. So left, downstairs. Left and upstairs. Left, upstairs. And left, downstairs and right. So left, downstairs and right. Up, down, down, left, right, A, B. It does feel like I need to put in the Konami code to get through some of these dungeons. Can you stop attacking me first? 69, nice. 98. If only it was 98 to everything. I do feel like Anna is the player here though. She does feel much, much stronger. Watched a stream playing FF6 the other day and they turned off encounters. You can turn the encounters off completely. I don't mind it when they give you the option to sort of reduce encounters, but turning it off completely seems like you're not really playing the game. Alright, everyone chug a die, mate. That's another reason I forgot it existed, want to experience it properly. I'm not necessarily against speeding things up because sometimes the games are very, very slow, but I think disabling encounters completely. I don't know how I feel about that. Having said that, some of the Final Fantasies literally give you that option in-game anyway, like Final Fantasy VIII. Okay, so it says you should now be at the place in this picture. I am not at the place in that picture. So those instructions are wrong. Brilliant. Hey Minsk, set all PSO drop rates to 1 out of 1. Exactly it. Where are you getting these instructions? They are on the guide on RPG Classics. It is a guide to Phantasy Star II. So far, it has not been a particularly reliable guide. There's a guy called Section who does some Phantasy Star content and he might have a guide. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I may have to look up a different guide for this. There is a map of the dungeon on Phantasy Star Cave as well, but I looked at it and I found it almost incomprehensible. Yeah, game FAQs does tend to work quite often. Do you play NGS with gamepad or keyboard mouse? I personally play it on gamepad, but I think it's the kind of game where you can reasonably play it on either. Depends a lot on the class you play as well. I imagine Ranger is probably a lot easier with keyboard and mouse, but I think you can use either, honestly. So I'm now at a point where I'm basically just wandering around hoping for the best. Which I don't see really working here. There is a cave there. I think I've actually stumbled upon the right way. That does appear to be... Pretty sure that's the same place. Yeah, there is a lot of these cave entrances, Kilniath, so you would jump me as I try to go in. Of course you would. Clearly you walked into their den. I mean, yeah, probably not wrong, honestly. Yeah, and they're not quite as impressive when there's only one enemy left. Hedgerock kind of feels like how I feel at the minute, to be honest. Now let's say that, because God only knows what's in here. Sucks when you catch hedge rot. Okay, so we are in here. Go through the cave and come up the other side. To confirm you are in the right place, there should be a little pond there. That looks like a little pond to me. From the pond, go right and up the stairs. Then right and up the stairs again. And then right and upstairs again. Okay, well, at least that's easy. Oh god, more catmen. Well, that went well. The directions do check out so far. Right and upstairs. It's only taken us nearly 3 hours, but you know. We haven't come across Catwoman yet. No, just Catman. I feel like I look away for 2 seconds and then I look back and half my party's nearly dead. I've just accepted that this is how things are now. At least we have a lot of mates though. Okay, so we've gone upstairs. So it says, ignore the cave to the left. So ignore the cave to the left. Go right downstairs, right. Follow a bit right to the cave. Please be a cave here. Thank you. Go left from the cave and upstairs. We have a tree. Hope Amy gets to level 15 soon for that sachet. What's she actually at the minute? She's at 13 so far. So not too long. Yeah, I can already see that sachet is going to be really useful. This is it. This is the Maruera tree. Rolf has found Relief. Okay, so we do all that and now we just leave. As is the way with this game. But hey, actual progress. Yeah, good job, Roffle, exactly. Okay, go back to the inventor. He was in Query, I think. I may as well just take this back, honestly. It's not very far, so... I get a bit of experience on the way, so... Oh, thanks to the raid, Captain Quinn. Much appreciated. Hello, raiders. We are playing Phantasy Star II, and we've literally spent about the last 2.5 hours doing a single dungeon. How are you doing? Love your PSO stuff. Oh, cheers. Yeah, we're going back and playing some of the classics now. And generally getting wrecked. Yeah, hello, raiders. I do a lot of Phantasy Star content for pretty much all the franchise, so I tend to stream twice a week usually. I think we're doing PSO 2 on Sunday. But yeah, this is my very first time playing through Phantasy Star 2, so I find it very difficult to get used to, but we are getting there slowly. That is a lot of cats. We love cats. I mean, I love cats as well, so... that is totally fine for the cats. I love cats, so... Feel free to use cats in the chat. Unfortunately, you probably put like the worst stream because I've basically been ill for most of the stream and getting lost constantly, so probably not the best Phantasy Star 2 stream, but you know, we try. But yeah, thanks again for the raid though. Actually, yes, yeah, we did just encounter Catmen in Phantasy Star II, so that is really good timing, actually. Everyone is sick, no worries. Hi, I'm working on inventing a new kind of gum. That's it, a Maruera leaf. Please give it to me. Oh, thanks to the follows as well. Yeah, Root, basically, I work in a hospital, so I'm ill constantly. Did I just invent Wrigley's in the Phantasy Star universe? Yeah, apparently we did all that for this guy to make gum. Yeah, so we spent 3 hours getting lost in a cave. Love your PSO on the weekends, so glad the game is still being streamed. I will stream PSO for as long as I possibly can. It's the one game I just don't get tired of. Don't hand it over. It would be really funny if we just did all that and then just kept it for ourselves. Oh, thanks for the sub as well, Captain Quinn. I do kind of want to see what happens if I don't give him it. We're doing it. That's too bad. Well then, goodbye. You just like get out of my house and never come back. Root attempted to subscribe, but his credit card didn't exist. No worries. Yeah, please do not feel you have to subscribe. Okay, we will actually give you the leaf this time. If you'll wait, I'll make the gum. Done. That was extremely quick. There's plenty, so take some. There you go. I mean, I would hope so, considering I went to the effort of finding the stuff for you. Okay, so we got some gum. So what have we achieved today? We've got lost in a dungeon for hours. We did level some characters up a little bit. And we found some gum. Not particularly a productive day in the world of alcohol. Science is that easy. Apparently so, yeah. You think you just scrunched the leaf up and called it gum? At least your dental health should be somewhat better. I mean, I'm British, so I've already got a debuff for that anyway. Right, okay, so we now have gum, apparently. I don't know why we needed that, but I think he said you could breathe underwater or something with it, so I'm assuming that we're going to go underwater somewhere. Oh great, the guide now just says, okay, now you need to grind. So having grinded for about the first hour of the stream, what I've discovered with this game is it is just grinding constantly. Rolf only selected girls for his group. I mean, to be fair, one of them we literally can't part from anywhere. So I'm just wondering, so we're in Kureri at the minute. I'm assuming the experience is probably better outside of Piata, because that was a later town. Let's do that. Yeah, exactly, yeah, guide. After grinding, do more grinding. Yeah, to anyone who just joined from the raid though, I do have a Discord as well that you can join if you want to. We do play Phantasy Star games off stream. I will also be playing Monster Hunter Wilds when that releases as well. We generally just play pretty much everything Phantasy Star though, to be honest. So I think on YouTube there should be a link to the Discord in the video description. On Twitch it should just be underneath the video player. But for anyone who may not have seen it there, this is the Phantasy Star II, so this is one of the very, very old entries in the series. It kind of scares me to think that I was 4 years old, I think, when this released. I do wish there was an easier way to play this now, though. It just kind of sucked that if you didn't get the Genesis collection, there is no, like, legitimate way of getting it now. Unless you can find, like, an original cartridge. Shin Megami Tensei is my soul game. It released the year that I released. Yeah, Minsk, I mean, going from this to NGS is a slight leap. They are just so far removed from each other. It's kind of crazy that they're still part of the same franchise, honestly. You can clearly see how NGS was inspired by Phantasy Star II. Well, because it has the words Phantasy Star in its name. I think that's about it, isn't it? I mean, I guess there's a couple of things that NGS uses. I mean, obviously the races have carried over. Certain antagonists have carried over. That is about it. They both have anime character designs. Actually, not wrong. Just very different eras of anime design. Again, I've got to say I love the sprite art in this game. You are kind of trapped in areas separated by bridges in both games. At least Dark Falls doesn't attack every 3 hours in this game. It'd be slightly inconvenient if it did. If you showed this to an NGS player that had never played Phantasy Star II and said this was OG Alio, they would believe it. I mean, it does kind of look similar. Ah yes, they're both green. And therefore the same. At least Phantasy Star II doesn't crash your PC. Honestly, I'm amazed that you actually got NGS running at all. Your PSO2 NGS install is stuck at 100%. It's almost like the game doesn't want you to install it. Entire thing surrounded by barriers and connected by bridges. Yeah, I mean, I mean, HAL for an NGS is basically just 4 regions connected by bridges, isn't it? Terminator is surrounded by barriers and connected by bridges and Hyrule Field. Yeah, I think I always get the impression that a lot of JRPGs at this time were basically like copying each other's notes. I guess real life too, if you really apply it to anything. We seem to be getting the same fight over and over again. Is there any other enemies in this place? He's so inspired real life. Is NGS a metaphor for real life? I would hope not. Unless your real life consists of going to meet your space dad and beating him up. Oh, we've finally got some different enemies. By which I mean enemies we've seen several times before. Or at least it's not a dog enemy for a change. Yeah, by which you mean grass assassins, exactly. So actually, no, these are not grass assassins. These are fan bites, apparently. All of the assassin enemies so far just seem super easy. Fanbite is what the NGS producer does on the lives. I kind of wish they'd change how they did the NGS headlines, honestly. It just feels super weird the way they do it. I think I've said it before, but just the way that it's like presented as if it's like a news broadcast, it's just very weird. Well, to be fair, probably better than watching the actual news at the minute. The NGS headline section where they respond to feedback should be used as an example in schools for teaching what PR takeover looks like. The thing is that PSO2 streams used to be a lot more interesting when they did the PSO2 stations for the Japanese server. The only downside with the PSO2 stations was they were way too long sometimes. You know, sometimes they were like 4 or 5 hours long. Oh yeah, I agree, Drac, yeah. Some of the comments that they pick to respond to, it's like there'll be like glaringly obvious things that they need to respond to, and they'll ignore that and just pick something like why can't I zoom in more in the salon? And then they usually respond to it with something like, well, we might fix it at some point. I mean, I don't blame them for picking very specific feedback. I mean, they're obviously not going to pick something that's, you know, hurling abuse at the game. Well, Amy got a level, so I think she just needs, what, one more? Yeah, she's level 14 now, so one more level and she'll learn really useful technique at least. Briefly looked in the Steam forums for it. Looking in the Steam forums for pretty much any game is like one of the worst experiences you can do, but yeah, particularly for NGS. What's the Star Wars phrase? It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. That feels like my experience of the Steam forums, to be honest. It's actually hard to think of a game that actually has a positive Steam discussion forum. I guess it's the usual thing though, you know. Complaints about games and stuff are always going to be the more vocal ones. If someone's happy with the game, generally they'll just play it. So... Alright, let's go back and heal up. Or rather, try to remember where the hospital is. Alright, I think I will probably end that there for today. So we've actually done a normal length stream. Again, apologies, it's been very, very low energy stream today. Just, yeah. Hopefully I feel better for the next stream. I'm hoping it's just like a one day thing. The plan so far is to stream on Sunday as usual. Should be PSO2. So I think we'll probably be doing PSO2 Classic as far as I know. I know I say every time, oh, we might do some NGS, but you know for a fact it's just going to be PSO2 Classic. Oh, thanks to the bits killing me off. So yeah, the stream on Sunday. There'll be a video on Sunday as well. And yeah, that's about it, I think. So again, just thanks to Captain Quain for the raid earlier as well, and for the subs and follows. It's been a really good stream, actually, despite the horrific illness. Yeah, we'll come back to Phantasy Star II probably next Wednesday, and then maybe after that week we'll take 1 week off from it. As always, again, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider the usual, like and subscribe and join as a member if you want to. I have an X and a Bluesky you can follow, and again, I've got a Discord server that you can join as well, so feel free to join that as well. Yeah, hopefully see you guys on Sunday for the PSO2 stream, and yeah, hope you have a good rest of your week. See you guys.